So let us continue reading from my book, Healing, Wholeness and God Realisation. Today we're reading chapter 6, which is titled Human Consciousness as an Avenue for Service. And we're quite literally answering the question of, well, what's the point of humanity? To house a self-conscious humanity serves the purposes of Gaia, who is, remember, an energetic entity on her own evolutionary journey, reawakening to her unity with her greater spiritual self. She, too, is of spirit and is experiencing various levels and degrees of reawakening to her true nature. For her, meaning the planet, a self-conscious humanity is an expression and an avenue for her to explore her own self-consciousness and her own feelings of separation, though on a different scale. She, too, is expressing and exploring as a more complex and vast individual aspect of the life force, which also flows through us, her humanity. Our unique consciousness as human creatures is an avenue of exploration for our beloved Gaia, as our experiences are also integrated as her own experience. Through her grace, we are able to learn, grow, and serve. And through us, she is able to engage and interact with herself in a different way, to view herself from a literal outsider's point of view, to consider herself from a multitude of perspectives. She endows us with the gift of physical form out of love, and so that she can benefit by learning through us. This mutual interdependence, this co-creative relationship, is one which is agreed to by all who are involved. To offer up part of her body to house various self-aware and adventuring souls serves the purposes of Gaia. To descend into the world of form and to take up life as an individual serves the purposes of the souls and, ultimately, spirit and life itself. This relationship is intended to be one of equal give and take. The soul has intention and a plan for evolution during each life cycle, and the planet herself, the aspect of God which is the form world, has its own intention and plan for evolution during each life cycle. You are equipped with two blueprints: the blueprint for ideal growth and expression carried at soul level, and the blueprint for your unique ideal expression of creaturedom carried in your biology. Not only does the soul carry intent, but the earth stuff that your body is built out of carries intent as well. What needs to be clearly understood here is that the intention of Gaia, of the form world, is never to suffer. The biological blueprint which is built and programmed into each physical creature carries the codes for the absolute ideal expression of creaturedom possible. Life seeks fulfillment, completion, wholeness. Each body, each cell, each atom is geared towards thriving and expressing its vitality and beingness to the fullest and most health-filled extent. Left alone, nature thrives. Left alone, your body thrives. Illness and suffering are not inevitable. They are not states of being which are imposed on the individual and which cannot be avoided. So often we view ourselves as being victims to our biology. Our medical system is geared towards disempowerment by blaming the body for various states of dis-ease. It is not your fault, it is in your DNA. Once this illness is contracted, there is nothing which can be done. It is out of your control. It is just the way it is. The body is unruly and unpredictable, and disease is random, unknowable, and something to be feared. Your body is quietly working against you. It is the cause of your suffering. And so we find ourselves disempowered at the whim of a body which could choose to decline at any point and in any way imaginable. To our humanity, the body is unknowable, and there is nothing we can do except fearfully check for signs of disease and decline and desperately attempt to discourage our body's self-destructive nature by consuming a plethora of synthetic, man-made chemical compounds. This thinking and this approach to health serves only to further separate us from nature, from our true nature. It is a false and unnatural way of thinking, a fact which is undeniable when you understand that the human body is natural and when you accept that nature always seeks beauty, health, and wholeness. You must change your thinking and stop viewing yourself as being separate from nature, for the return to nature ensures the return to your health and your vitality. Everything is provided for you in nature, because nature literally provides you with your very being. Nature is built into you. In fact, nature built you, and as such, you are a part of the natural world. There is no separation. To truly understand this, I encourage you to go outside. Go to a place with trees and creatures and fresh air and sunshine and water and look around you. Let yourself feel the unity in the natural environment. Feel the symbiosis. Feel the interdependence, the way that each part works with each other part. Feel the unity, the connection between all things. Feel the perfection, the wholeness, the joy in this unique expression of Gaia's beingness. Do you see anything in nature which is imperfect? Each tree is unique, but each tree is joyful and proud and perfect in its expression of its uniqueness. The trees and the plants and the water and the sunshine do not apologize for being what they are. They do not cower and question their worthiness to exist. They do not compare. They sense that unique calling, that unique blueprint, and they receive the life force and vitality which is made available to them, and they unshakably, unquestionably direct that life force and vitality into exploring the furthest reaches and depths of their inbuilt potential. Here I am. This is what is available to me. I go forth with joy and exuberance, and I express this potential to the best of my ability. Each of nature's creations, and even her strange experiments found most often in the depths of her oceans where no one is watching, is perfect. They were created with intent and love, and the joy of being flows through them. The generosity and the curiosity of their earthly mother, form, and their spiritual father, energy, flowing through them. This is the body's natural state of being. You are one with the natural environment. You are no different to the trees and the animals and the sunshine and the soils. You are of the earth. You are of the natural form world. If you quiet your mind and still the self-conscious angst and anxieties which fill you, and instead drop your consciousness into the still, quiet embrace of the natural human body as it exists in its natural environment, you will feel this. You will feel your body's reality. You will feel the ease, the simplicity, and the truth of this. You are safe. You are whole. You are supported. And everything which is natural in you is geared towards expressing health, vitality, and uniqueness. Let yourself be welcomed home and supported by your natural physical source. You fulfill your part of the deal by allowing nature to explore and to express healing and wholeness through you, by permitting nature to reach towards this perfection. Each body is built with the intention to thrive, the joy and ease of Gaia reaching into her form world to play and discover herself. It is this expression of Gaia's vitality which allows her to evolve. Let her bless you with this, and in return gift her with the freedom to discover and express this perfection through you. This perfection, this blueprint, is different and unique for each aspect of the form world. No two trees are the same. No two sunflowers are the same. No two grains of sand are the same. Nature contains infinite potential and seeks to express all of its potential. Perfection is not as humans believe perfection to be. It is not a sterile, broad spectrum ideal which can be boundlessly applied to all. Perfection is not rigid. It does not look any particular way. Perfection is unique to each part, to each individual embodiment of life. It is unique from its smallest parts right through to the larger, more complex whole. When I speak of perfection, I speak of the free and vibrant expression of the uniqueness of the individual. Perfection is the expression of the God within, combined with the harmonious expression of the natural self. Perfection is a partnership, a co-creation. Perfection is a whole and complete self, in place in the cosmos and on the planet. Perfection is the unhindered, form-focused embodiment of the life force and the love which creates and sustains all in existence. It is love in action, and the love is a frequency which is specifically tuned and focused, directed by God and by nature. Perfection is the shameless, natural return to the true self, and the true self resides within. It is built into each individual. It is not something which exists outside of the self. It is not something which is witnessed in another and then aspired to. The truth lies within, and life and nature track towards the discovery and the embodiment of this truth. It is the mission, the plan, the goal, the intention, and the ideal. The discovery of this ideal is the path of adventure most suited to the individual. The process of becoming this perfection brings about the development and the refinement of the mind, the emotions, the psychology, the various forms of intelligence, the spirit, the moral character, the capacity to love and to be loved. It is the path of development and self-discovery. It is the path of God discovery. It is the path of service and unity with all things. This pursuit of personal, spiritualized perfection is the process of enlightenment, entering you ever deeper into the mind and the heart of God. But perfection is also a constantly moving and evolving point. It is not stagnant. It is not something which is achieved once and then all remains blissful and easy and still. The surge forward is constant. Life always seeks to evolve. The body always seeks to unlock and achieve new genetic and biological potentials. The growth and development, the pursuit of perfection, is a potentially eternal journey. It does not end. This, in itself, is perfect. Perfection is not a destination. Perfection is the process of discovery and evolution. And in our next chapter, we'll unpack perfection further as we talk about religion and the attainment of God consciousness. So the limitations or the ideas that have been placed on perfection and what perfection is believed to be. But for now, that's all.